When you look at a woman that moves with confidence, who looks like a charismatic leader, confident person, inevitably you want to be in their presence, in their energy. You want to work with that person, you want to learn from them, you want to hire them, you want to buy from them, you just want to be in that energy. And a lot of people think that it's something that a few lucky ones have been born with, this state of confidence, with that charisma. In reality, it's something that all of us can create, and style is one of the quickest, easiest way to do so. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 best steps on how you can use style to create more confidence, to look more confident, to look like a leader, powerful, charismatic woman that you are. It is scientifically proven that clothing affects how we feel and how others perceive us. That includes cognition research. So when you put a certain clothing on you, it creates a certain feeling. When you look at yourself in the mirror, it either makes you feel more confident, more beautiful, more put together and polished, or it can induce other type of feeling that, oh, I feel sloppy, I look sloppy. When I look at the mirror, the clothing that I choose to put, it makes me feel even more sloppy and not put together and not polished and not at this high level woman that I want to be. So that's why I always say that the worse you feel, the better you shall dress. So if you woke up and if you didn't have a great night and you feel like, oh, I just want to stay in my pajama the whole day, the best thing to do for yourself, if you actually want to accomplish something that day, is to put on a clothing that inspires you, that makes you love your reflection in the mirror, and you will instantly feel the switch. Clothing also affects how other people perceive us. So when you walk into a room, what people think of you before you're able to say what you want to say, to deliver your message. People already scan the room, scan you as a person, and already make the split-second decision on what they think about you. It's not a bad thing. It doesn't come from a judgmental nature. It's just something that we are experiencing in this very fast-paced world. So when you talk about style and confidence, it's not about just dressing for how you want other people to perceive you. That's very important because you can really use that in a very strategic way. But it's also about the message that the style is sending to yourself. So let's dive in and talk about the very specific ways how you can create more confidence for yourself and for others to perceive you. So step number 1 is to find clothing, styles, silhouettes, colors that make you feel confident. A lot of times women will be borrowing some shortcuts, some formulas from other people, from influencers, from the stars that we are seeing on TV, and we will think that, oh, it looks so good on somebody else, I would just want to borrow the same formula and apply it to myself, only to realize down the line later that it doesn't fit you the same way. It maybe fits you okay, but it does not make you feel happy and confident and love your reflection in the mirror. So that's why it's so important to really discover what makes you feel confident, because these are different things for different people. For somebody, wearing a dress is what will make you feel confident. For somebody, on the contrary, wearing a dress is something that you would make you feel more feminine and soft and like in your vibe, but not necessarily confident. So these are different things to different people. And if you want to develop your own confidence and confident style and appear as a charismatic woman, you have to nail down into your personalized style formula. And I remember on my 20s, I was stuck in the exact same type of silhouette, some sort of dark denim jeans and usually skinny jeans and some sort of top. So that would be my go-to formula, and I did not know anything else. That style was feeling very boring, very uninspiring to me, but that's the only thing I knew how to wear, and I never stepped out of my comfort zone. I never explored anything else. So it's only after struggling for more than a decade with my style, my confidence, and how I show up in the world, I started to take the real step to step out of the comfort zone and discover the style that makes me feel comfortable. So the best way to discover your personalized formula that makes you feel confident is to experiment. There are some shortcuts, like learning, for example, okay, these are the formulas. This is the way how you can adapt them to yourself. These are the way how you can dress it up, dress it down. But ultimately, it all comes down to you tuning in with yourself and really discovering that, oh, when I try a midi dress or a maxi skirt, I feel this way. Or when I wear a suit, I feel in my power. That's the best go-to piece or two-piece outfit that is the easiest for me to feel in my power, to feel confident, to project this charisma that I want to project. So the best way is to start experimenting. And for a lot of women, that would be signifying that getting out of your comfort zone, but that's totally fine. You don't want to buy all this clothing, you just want to try them on. So just go on this exploration journey for yourself. Maybe the weekend that is coming, you dedicate 1 hour, you go to a store and you try very different type of silhouette. If you're used to only wearing, like for example, you know how to dress for work and usually your formula would be wearing tailored trousers and a shirt, maybe you can try wear another type of shirt, maybe a little bit, maybe you can try a printed blouse instead of a structured cotton shirt, and maybe instead of tailored trousers you can try a skirt. You can try a mini skirt, you can try a midi skirt, you can try a skirt that is more straight, and you can try, for example, a wrap style skirt. Maybe you can try a leather type of skirt. So exploring the different textures, fabric, length, silhouettes, more tailored silhouette, more straight silhouette, more voluminous silhouette, exploring different type of necklines, going and try the V neckline, the off shoulder one, the one shoulder. All of these different details, they will make you feel more of who you are. They will guide you and direct to explore what makes you personally feel confident. And for me, I very quickly discovered that I love playing with different type of necklines. I love one shoulder tops, I like off shoulder tops. This is something that I love. I also love monochromatic type of outfits, so I usually don't like to go for a very elaborated type of style with a lot of print decor detail and accessory, but I do love monochromatic, simple but monochromatic look with a bit of color. And I do love to wear a belt to accentuate my waist, and I can kind of wear it in a different way, but this would be my go-to formula that makes me feel confident. And whenever I have to dress in very quickly, I know what to go for. That gives me the shortcut, and I know that it's not some borrowed formula from somebody, it's my personalized formula, and it's a sure way for me to dress that way and feel my absolute best. Now, we just covered how the best way to feel more confident in your style, in your clothing, in your outfits is to figure out your personalized formula, to explore, to go on this journey of exploration, to really dive in deeper with yourself, to connect with yourself and figure out your personalized formula. Step number 2 would be to understand that there are certain type of clothing and silhouettes that do not make you look and feel as a confident, professional, charismatic, put together woman. You know, sometimes you look at certain types of clothing and they will feel drab or uninspiring or somewhat invisible. And these are usually the type of clothing that would be with zero structure to them. So something that you would wear in a very cozy environment, like when you want to lounge at home, watching Netflix on the sofa, that's okay for that type of environment, but that's not okay when you want to show up as a confident professional leader, woman, put together person. So something that lacks any sort of structure would usually read as more casual, sometimes sloppy, and not inspiring. Another type of clothing that also does not read as inspiring, confident, polished would be the dated type of silhouette. And I don't mean non-trendy clothing, I mean the dated type of clothing that would usually just give out that type of image. And a lot of time you wouldn't even able to explain that, oh, this is the dated type of clothing, but it will send out this type of message to yourself, to others, just because it's something that people wore 10, 15 years ago, but it's no more looking fresh, modern, and relevant in the current environment. And there are some clothing like dated type of prints and silhouettes. There are some dated type of very fitted clothing. It's something that we wore 10, 15 years ago, but nowadays slightly more loose, voluminous type of silhouette. It doesn't have to be oversized, but a slightly more voluminous type of silhouette. Those type of clothing will not convey this message of confidence. And if you want to learn exactly what are the type of clothing, I have a checklist with 10 type of clothing to avoid if you want this type of confident, put together and polished style. You can just download it with a link under this video. And finally, another code of style confidence is being expressed. So we talked about you exploring the way and creating your own personalized formula, but this is a little bit of a step ahead, a little bit deeper way to create your confident style. And when you look at somebody, they're not afraid to be seen, to be noticed. It's usually when you see a woman who is wearing color, who's wearing accessories, who has some sort of personalized touches to her outfits. Maybe it's the way she's putting a scarf around her neck or around her bag. Maybe it's a certain print that she's wearing. Maybe she's wearing slightly conservative type of silhouette if she's working in this more corporate conservative type of environment, and that's what I requested. But she has a twist on it. For example, she's wearing shoes with print, or shoes in a bold color, or bold lipstick, or bold nail polish. And these are the little details that make you stand out and that make you feel expressed and seen and make you look like a woman that is connected to her own power, to her own desires. So when you look at this type of confident women and confident styles, it's what you usually do not immediately notice and can uncover, but this is something that you would always see, that there is color, there is print, there is some sort of detail, there is some sort of styling, maybe the way she tucks in the shirt, maybe the way she styles your necklace, maybe the way she styles your hair. So this is this attention to detail and going for something that expresses your character, that expresses your design, your personality, instead of going for something that is very mainstream. You will see on any other person something that is a very standardized way of wearing something. Instead, you have a very personalized way. And for me, also stepping away from wearing all black and beige outfits and introducing more color in my outfits is something that completely changed the style game for me. And nowadays, a lot of women that would reach out to me and they would say, Nina, the one thing that differentiates you from anybody else is you wearing color, but not just wearing color in general, but wearing color in a very stylish, feminine, put together type of way. So a lot of times you would either see put together and kind of neutral type of outfits using beige and black and white, and those are like very classy type of but very predictable type of outfits. Or you would often will see colorful looks, but they would be too much for the everyday life of an average person. But there is another way how you can wear color in a very smart, strategic and polished, stylish, put together and feminine way. And this is what a lot of women, they would tell me, that when I go to a shop and I see a suit in color or a suit in fuchsia or pink color or light blue, I directly feel of you. So this has become a part of my personal branding, wearing color in a very stylish way, and a lot of people would associate that with me. So whenever you want to create this confident style and you want to create also a strong personal brand, personal presence, whether you work in a corporate or you are an entrepreneur and you want to be me and you want to be more visible on camera, you want to create your personal brand, creating this type of looks that are very authentic to you, that are very recognizable and could be only associated with you is a very, very powerful tool. If you're loving this topic, I highly recommend for you to go and check out my masterclass, Dress for Business Success, 4 mistakes that a lot of women are making and preventing them to look polished and professional. You will learn about the most common ways how a lot of women are failing to create these polished and professional looks and how you can avoid those mistakes. I do highly recommend that. Or simply download the checklist with 10 pieces to avoid if you want polished, authentic style. You can find all of the links in the description, and subscribe to my channel if you want to learn about business, personal branding, and style.